So a 4-2 defeat at home to Alvechurch today, Brad. What are your initial thoughts on that match?
Damage was done in the first half, and then start of the second half we said at half time if we shut out the centre of the pitch and allow them to play wide rather than being able to be fluent through the centre of this pitch where they were causing us a lot of problems. If we score early, I think we get something from the game, and we came out and done the opposite. We just got pulled about a bit, and a poor decision has allowed the lad to get in, and then when you're three down, it's a lot of people would think, like I say, it is game over, and it turns out in the end that was enough for them to get something. But hey, we had to roll the dice to a degree. Kang obviously coming back off being ill, was fit and ready, and he took his chance. Simple as that. He came in when he was playing as a forward. He scored 2 really good goals. Our second goal in particular is a very, very good goal. It was a great pass from Righty, hell of a touch from Betts, and he had the awareness to go and pick out the striker who's kept his cool and rolled it under. Less than 5 minutes later, he's got an opportunity to go through. He's spun off his chest. If his touch is better, we go 3-3. We probably end up winning the game, because at that point they were at 6s and 7s, really, just not really knowing how to deal with the forward threat. But that being said, it was too small of a spell in a game for us to truly deserve anything from it. Looked fragile at times, and a couple of casualties from obviously today's game, which is frustrating. But at the same time, I said to the boys straight after, my biggest pride in that is 2-3 months ago we're probably 4-0 down at half time. We'll probably lose that game 6-0 and don't even lay a glove on them. Whereas we've gone 3-0 down just after half time. We've came back into the game at 3-2, had an opportunity to go through and make it 3-3. We've carried on getting on the front foot to try and get something from it, and they score when we're on top at that point. So when you've got the 2-goal deficit, okay, it's easy to then just go and sit in and be negative again, but we've still gave everything to try and get back in the game. And that's the biggest positive I can take from today's game. There was some poor play at times, so again we can't get away from that, but we need to start looking at the positives moving forward into that longer term picture. And I did say this was a must win, and we haven't. So again, it makes our task even harder now. But at the same time, when you're seeing those sort of positives, where it's night and day the difference between the team at the moment. We'd have rolled over and died 2 months ago, and now we're at least understanding that we can hurt teams, and we can get ourselves back into games, and with a little bit more fortune, if his touch is a touch better, you take at least a point from that game. So it's a strange game. They deserved it on the whole, but on the same breath, we've gave ourselves an opportunity to potentially get something from it, and it wasn't to be. But there's a lot more positives than there would have been 2 or 3 months ago, I'll tell you that for sure.
Yeah, and you touched on it slightly there. Do you think Kieran Keane's injury just came at a bad time in the first half?
Horrendous time really, because it's just as the corner's coming in, so you have to adjust set pieces where you don't really want to change anything there anyway. However, you're bringing on probably more physicality. It's a shame because we just weren't alive from the drop down. It's not a foul on the keeper or anything. We were just a bit lax, and it is those both boxes scenario again that we keep saying over and over again. But they've reacted first. We're 1-0 down at that point. Then you're adjusting to someone that's been a key figure for the last few games. So changing that around to someone who's not played so much football, has been injured, it's tough. So of course, it's not an excuse as to why we lost this game of football. The better side won. But at the same time, of course, it's never going to be easy when you're missing some of your more senior players coming out of the pitch at that key time, because they were getting a decent amount of play, but they weren't truly on top. And then after that, it was tough for a spell in the first half.
Yeah. Now it's 4 days until the next match. We're away to Ely Town in the Derbyshire Senior Cup. Do you want to take on the positives today, but also build on what went wrong?
Absolutely. And at the end of the day, seeing that stat that they haven't been in the Derbyshire Senior Cup since the 1970s, I think both sides haven't. So they want to get it. They want to get there. And from the season that we've had this year, to be able to at least do something like that, and almost rewrite the record book to a degree of when the last time they got there, that's of course a massive positive. Performance-wise, we want to see the same effort, desire to want to not just get back in a game, but want to go and be the dominant side in a game, and that's what we have to do on Wednesday. We have to go and want to make sure that we're booking ourselves into that final. So we will take the positives. We'll obviously work on the negatives from today, and as far as I'm concerned, we have to brush this off quickly and go into every game moving forward as positive as we can be.